Hi, everybody. A couple of years ago, I said that I was going to start a vlog. Um, didn't really keep up with that, but I recently have been thinking about certain things. Now, for those of you who don't know my history, I was raised in an outskirts, not an outskirt, suburb. I'm not even sure you could call it that, called Kearns, which is in the Salt Lake Valley, close to Salt Lake City, Utah. But Kearns was very isolated. We were considered largish for Utah. I think the largest unincorporated area of the state, over 5,000 people. And I went to Kearns, South Kearns Elementary, Kearns Junior High, Kearns Senior High. During that time, I think from about the time I was 10 years old, kids started noticing that they could torture me. Not just tease, I mean torture. That there was no consequence to calling me names or physically hurting me or doing whatever they wanted to. I was small, I had a poor reach, I didn't really know how to fight. I did fight back on occasion, but for the most part, I was the target for the school. I'm not kidding, I had guys, I had kids younger than me, I had girls, all coming after me. And they always managed to do it en masse. Like in the gym, I would be cornered when we had to go shower after gym class. There wouldn't be one or two, there would be 6, 7, 10. One time I think there were about 15 or so. One time on the playground in elementary school, I made the mistake of bringing my teachers some chrysanthemums. They were pretty, it was fall, and I thought, gee, I just want to be nice to somebody. And so I brought them. Wow, did that make me a target. I'll never forget being slapped around and finally ending up on my back with about 30 people around me, calling me names, kicking at me, throwing things, and unable to defend myself. Then when I got to junior high, there was one kid who'd sit behind me in class and stick pins in my back. Other kids would write things about me to put in the school newspaper. A lot of that got stopped. I don't know if it was the teacher who stopped it, but she didn't like me either. I'll never forget one time when she did something to me and another kid that humiliated both of us in front of her class. Luckily, I never had her as a teacher, except for those 2 days. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is I was a loner. Whenever you hear of these school shootings, you always hear he was a loner, he was an outcast, this, that, the other. And the other thing you hear is that his family had access to weapons. Well, I had access. My father had all sorts of guns. He also had access to gunpowder and all sorts of stuff because he was a trap shooter and he would reload his own weapons. Or make his own shot. I'm not sure what the terminology is. But I had access to all that. And to pipes and stuff. The only thing I was lacking was the information. Now, would I have shot up my school? No. No, I wouldn't have. Would I have fantasized about it? No. I've never wanted to punish people who hadn't done anything to me. And I would want to take the chance of hurting someone who I liked, and there were quite a few. Some don't know that I like them, but I did. Now for the reason for this diatribe. I'm in Utah. I am a liberal in a deep red state. And my generation, the boomers, we were supposed to be the liberals, the ones who would change the world and make it better so that everyone had a chance. Well, a lot of the people I grew up with have become radicalized to the right, just this close to being fascists. And they love their guns, and they don't want anyone to touch their guns. No, don't touch my guns. I want you to think, if my psyche had just been a little different, if my father had some semi-automatic guns when I was younger, like he did when I was older, what would you have done if I came to school with those one day and started taking out on you people who tormented me? My justice. Think about it. The next time you say, well, we can't do anything about it. Oh, no gun control. Think about the fact, especially if you were one of the ones who enjoyed torturing me, just where you might have ended up if I'd had just a little more pushing.